Alright, hello and welcome. So today we're going to be talking about the Vectis Prime. So, since the sniper rework, some of the snipers are fairly worth using, and I think the Vectis Prime is the height among them, in that the Vectis Prime has a unique advantage, which is not only it. Of course, the regular Vectis also kind of shares this, but the Vectis Prime has very, very little downtime between shots. That being that you can fire 2 quick shots and then reload very, very fast and be right back on track. It is basically just bolt action. Like, you load so fast that it might as well just be, like, super fast bolt action. That's, like, pretty much exactly what's going on here. And it does very comparable damage to many of the other snipers that are already good, like the Rubico, whereas the Rubico has like a huge disadvantage on its reload time. The Vectis Prime might as well not have one at all. So that puts it in a pretty strong spot in terms of like viability for sorties, etc., whenever you're going to be fighting hordes on hordes of enemies. That's not to say that the Vectis Prime is the best in like all cases or anything, but by and large, I've found that the Vectis Prime just performs well. Like, if you need to kill any more than, say, 4 enemies, the Vectis Prime is gonna be the winner in that scenario. So, with that, I have put this together. It is a 3-forma build, fairly cheap, and it is also worth noting that if you want to kill Eidolons with this, which is very much possible, you can just do this, and then it performs like this. Alright. Vex armoring. There we go. So you can do that if you'd like. Otherwise, bladed rounds for general use, I'm going to say, is definitely better. It's also worth noting that I'm using Vigilante armaments to tone down some of the potential bad RNG that you can get with a sniper rifle. So this guarantees I'm always firing 2 bullets, which means I'm at least getting 2 chances at my critical to happen, because the critical is going to be most of my damage, and then I have another coin flip to get another critical. So this pads out your damage in being way more consistent, so it is much easier for you to know whenever you're going to like actually kill a guy on average, which works out a lot. Also, besides that, it's just a good damage mod in general. It just has the bonus of that. Also, it helps with the status output as well. So nothing but upsides here to Vigilante armaments, and the set bonus, the 5% chance. Every once in a while, your damage is going to spike up way fucking higher than it will normally be, but not something to rely on, just something that is bonus. Anyway, let's show this off. And admittedly, as has always been the case, this arena is not kind to sniper rifles. It just is not. This is the last place you would normally want to fight with a sniper rifle, because it's prone to you being totally surrounded, and Vectis, or snipers in general, really like long hallways or alternatively giant open fields. So take this test with a grain of salt in terms of what you can do, but it does perform pretty well. And of course, I do have that nice headshot multiplier, which is going to allow me to take out a lot of enemies. Also, blind fire is not borked anymore on sniper rifles, so that's good. So you can actually blind fire an enemy, and it's no problem. You can see that the repeat fire really helps me out against a horde of dudes. Also, the innate punch through is incredibly helpful. You can see one of those 5% chance spikes happen there with the orange crit. One of the rockets got me. And you can see even when you don't crit, like, you do very, like, reasonable damage. It's enough to kill these enemies anyway. And they're level 50, which is pretty up there in terms of things you will generally be seeing. And this performs well into the sorties, as long as you are getting your headshots on those heavy units, which is quite nice. Also, it's worth noting that I did not use the extra zoom level, which is another 20% headshot damage, which is actually a big deal. If something really needs to be dead right now, you should zoom in more. But obviously, for the fast-moving, jumping around of this test, I did not want to go full zoom. You know what? One final thing, actually, just to show that this weapon can, like, scale up. And in fairness, I am using the damage type that is good against these enemies, but at this level, I'm going to trust that you would also do such a thing. So these are level 150 bombards. Not bad. Whenever they won't look at you, though, you can see it's quite a bit lower. Yeah, the likelihood that you're going to fight a level 150 enemy is, like, pretty low. But you can take care of it. And the shot combo helps a lot with that. So, yeah. Just wanted to show that off before we head out. Forgot to do it earlier. But, yeah, it performs very well. It's really, really nice. It's also shocking how much of a difference it makes that you can react and just, like, no-scope someone. It is really, really important that that is a thing now, because, like, if someone is 5 feet away from you, you need to be able to use this reticle, because doing this is hell. So that improvement for sniper rifles across the board has made them just significantly, significantly better, even though you do want to zoom for the bonuses. Anyway, that's the Vectis Prime. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys tomorrow.